Handy Hudsonite here. We're going to talk about Bluetooth technology. What is it and why does it tend to give us problems at times when it comes to audio latency or lag or even audio stuttering or connectivity issues? We're going to look at these topics right after this. Bluetooth technology has actually been around for a while, but over the last several years it's been enhanced considerably. In fact, if you want to check out my video where I talk about the difference between Bluetooth 4.2 and Bluetooth 5.0, which is the more up-to-date Bluetooth, check that out after you're done with this video, because you want to learn a lot about Bluetooth and what goes into it and what might cause some of the issues you experience. Bluetooth technology operates a lot like Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth both have a 2.4 gigahertz wavelength that they operate on. In fact, there can be some interference between the two, but with the newer 5.0 technology of Bluetooth, that interference has been greatly inhibited. In fact, with Bluetooth, you can go up to 200 meters in an outdoor environment or up to 40 meters in an indoor environment, which is significantly less than a Wi-Fi signal, which can go much beyond that. Now, of course, this all depends on the structure you're in, if the type of walls that you have or barriers that could be in between the two devices or a router and a device. With Bluetooth technology, it's intended to connect two devices so that they can communicate with each other. Most popular would be headphones or an external speaker, wireless keyboard, wireless mouse. Those things operate with Bluetooth connections. But are they perfect? Not really. And will they ever be perfect? It's hard to know, but the technology is improving and it's getting better every year. So what about these issues with connectivity or the audio latency or lag or audio stuttering? Why do we run into these? Well, for one, it could be because there is a mismatch in the Bluetooth technology. For example, let's say you have very up-to-date headphones or earbuds that are trying to connect to an older phone. Let's say you have an iPhone 5 and you're trying to connect the new AirPods Pro, and there is a significant difference in the technology in those two devices. So that could tend to give you issues with all three of those areas: connectivity, audio latency, or audio stuttering. So, and it could be vice versa. You might have the iPhone 11 or the newest iPhone in the market at the time that you're viewing this video, and an old pair of Bluetooth headphones that have the 4.0 technology or older in them. Of course, you're going to tend to run into those issues. So if you want to be extremely sure and minimize the number of issues you have with your Bluetooth devices, make sure they're both newer devices of the same generation of Bluetooth, and you're going to be less likely to run into those problems. But is that going to erase any other issues that you tend to have with Bluetooth? Probably not. There's a lot of other areas that can interfere with your Bluetooth connection. There's a lot of different apps that use Bluetooth. If it's a music app, if it's a video app like YouTube, connecting to your wireless headphones or a wireless speaker. And if you're watching a video, there is going to be lag or latency, which is more of the exact term for it, or a delay in what you see on the screen and what you hear in your ears. There's going to be that delay because the audio has to travel over a median. It has to travel between the device to your headphones. And if you have earbuds not only have to connect to your device, if it's a phone, they have to connect with each other. So you have three different connections that are happening. The earbuds in a two-way connection with each other, and then them with your phone. So there's a lot of there's a lot of technology that is trying to streamline that information that's being passed between the devices. So you're going to tend to have a slight amount of latency, and even the newest AirPods are going to have a slight amount of latency in them. Now, the newer Bluetooth technology reduces that latency because they have a faster transfer rate than the older 4.0 Bluetooth technology. The way the app was developed and designed may not perfectly match the technology that's in the device that you're hearing with in your ears, or maybe an external speaker. There can tend to be delay there. It could be delay based on how far away from the device you are. That can tend to give you more of a delay or an audio inconsistency, a stuttering, or connectivity issues. You move far enough away from your device with the Bluetooth gadget that you're working with, of course it's going to have connection issues. In a perfect world, you could be, like I said, up to 200 meters away from your device, but you're in a very open, like an open field, and that is the only place where you're going to experience that type of distance and still get away with being connected to your device. So what else can interfere with that? Well, there's a lot of issues that can come up in the phone itself. Does your phone have the latest software update? Are your apps updated? And if the device that you're using can be updated also, is the software in your device updated? Maybe only the software is only updated in one of your devices. It's updated in your phone, but not in your headphones or your external speaker, if those support any sort of updates like the AirPods do. That can cause issues in those three areas of audio latency, audio stuttering, or connectivity issue. Those are, so as you can see as I unpack this, there's a lot of different areas that are going on with Bluetooth issues. But all of this to say, don't let this get you discouraged, because Bluetooth is here to stay, and it's only going to get better. It's going to become more prevalent, especially as iPhone rumors have it that the Lightning port in iPhones in the next couple of years could disappear, and then everything connected to your iPhone will be Bluetooth connected. So there's a path moving forward where Bluetooth will become even more mainstream than it is now. We have wireless charging as well, just as a side note there. So what about this that we should take note from what I've said, all the things that I've unpacked here, is number one, don't get discouraged when you experience these issues. You're not alone. They're very common. And the solutions a lot of times are very easy. And I have a video that I put up recently that has 8 methods in order to help fix the Bluetooth issues you might be having with your iPhone. Now, when it comes to Android phones and audio latency or lag, there are ways that you can adjust that. There's an app, it's the Metronome app, and I'll have a link down in the description for that if you're an Android user, where you can adjust the audio latency. On iPhones, there's not really a particular app that can do that for you that would be universal. But again, my 8 methods from that video I did on helping to reduce Bluetooth issues in an iPhone could be very helpful for you. And one thing to say as well is I put up a video a while ago on audio lag or audio latency, and I featured a couple of different headphones and earbuds in that video. My intent wasn't to say that those devices are going to take care of your problem. And it's obvious that if you use a wired connection with your phone or whatever device you're using, then you're going to have minimal to no latency. That's a given. And I think that was misunderstood in my video earlier. I wasn't trying to be smart about it. I wasn't trying to just simplify the issue. And the purpose of this video is to show you that It is a complex issue, but one we're all facing. The technology is getting better, and there are ways to minimize these potential issues that we can have with Bluetooth technology. So hopefully this encourages you. This video is not intended to be a solution for fixing all of these problems, but it's meant to be a guide to put us on the right track so that we can minimize these issues and use our devices in a much more enjoyable, streamlined, productive way, and have it be a learning process for us as we move forward with the technology that we have and accepting the limitations that it has. So I hope this has been helpful for you. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, The Handy Hudsonite, for more tips, hacks, and reviews so that you can get the job done. Don't forget the notification bell so that you can get my content as it goes up, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.